So dear students, welcome you all in this special lecture on voice modulation. Voice modulation. Voice modulation. Voice modulation. Voice modulation. So you can say that voice modulation is actually playing a major role for us. So myself, Dr. Harish Kumar, welcoming you all. And today's lecture would be quite interesting for us because through voice modulation, we can get some desired result. We can create a kind of impact, and this learning will be very fruitful for you. So dear students, as far as objective of this course is concerned, the objectives are to be familiar with different styles of voice modulation. If you are having different style, definitely it will be very helpful for you when you want to make a career in the field of voice. Apart from it, the basic objective is to understand the basics of radio production, and in the same manner the objective is to become a radio production person, and the last objective is to develop a unique style of presentation. So I think that this particular virtual process of learning would be very fruitful for you. So dear students, I'm just going to just tell you one example how you can just use your voice modulation skill and you can become a good professional in this regard. So here I'm just giving you one example of Sonal Kaushal, and she has given her voice for various cartoon characters,
क्या पता
and this
तुम्हें
is one
मजा
of the
आने लगे?
example for you.
तुम आर्ट क्लब ज्वाइन करके आर्टिस्ट बन सकती हो।
डिस्कवरी किड्स चैनल पर एक एनिमेटेड शो आता है बिल्लू भाई, जिसमें चिट्टी नाम के खरगोश को भी सोनल जी ही डब करती है।
बर्फी, हमें अपनी जिम्मेदारी को समझना चाहिए। हमें गुल्लू की पहरेदारी के लिए रखा गया है। तुम्हें अप्पा के बताए हुए रूल्स याद तो है ना?
तुम्हें किसी भी कीमत पर गुल्लू को
So you can just understand how you can use your voice for various kinds of things, how you can experiment with your voice. And this is very important, and at the same time it is quite interesting for you. Dear students, in this particular slide, we are going to discuss about various elements of voice modulation. A voice modulation is very important for you because for different reason you have to communicate in a different manner. You can't communicate in the same manner to each and every place. You are communicating to your family members in different manner. You are communicating in class in different manner. When you are in office, you are going to communicate in a different manner. When you are going to address a public, you are going to communicate in a different manner. When you are just observing a particular kind of thing and you are going to react something, at that moment you are going to speak in a different manner. So each and every time you know the kind of emotion that you want to convey through your speech, through your wordings, through your presentation style. So style is very important for you, where you're going to put emphasis, where you are going to take pause. So all these things make your own style. The way you are going to make pronunciation, it is also very important for you. If you are not aware where you have to take pause at a wrong time or at a different place, if you are going to take pause, then it will create a different kinds of meaning. The rhythm of a speech is also very important. The way you have to present the things, the way you can create a kind of rhythm, and if you are just going to stop your words at a wrong time, if you are going to start and you are going to make your speech such a long in such a long manner, then it will create a kind of problem. It's better to prepare small speeches and convert it in a very rhythmic format, and thereafter you will be getting some desired result. And there are some important things, like the way you are going to just emotionally convey the things, the way you are going to emotionally connect with others, the way you are going to address them. Sometimes when you are happy, you are saying that, hello friends, how are you? I'm very fine. Sometimes you feel that if the person is not in a good condition, then you say, hello friends, how are you? So you are going to change your pace. The way you are going to modulate your voice is very important. The same manner you are not going to speak to a person, it means you are required to present yourself in different manner at each and every stage. If you are just uh, talking with a particular hawker, or if you are talking to a shopkeeper, or you'll find that the way you speak, it's different. Because if you know the local dialect, the way you are going to speak, if you are talking to farmers, basically you have to convey the things in a very emotional manner. The way that you have to touch the sentiments of others. And in this regard, basically the language that you're going to use is very important for you. Basically, voice modulation is a very effective kind of skill that you can develop if you know how to modulate your voice, and on the basis of it you can create a meaning. The same thing, like I'm just taking one example, that when you come to the class, and you are a little bit late, like 10 minutes late, and what happens that the way you are going to just communicate the things, it creates a kind of meaning. Sometimes you say, sir, I'm late by 5 minutes only, sir. Sometimes they say, I'm sorry, sir, today because of traffic problem, I was late for 5 minutes. So please permit me. Sometimes you say, sir, I was late for only for 5 minutes, sir. So the way you are going to communicate the things in a particular emotion, it's very important for you, and accordingly the meaning will also be perceived by the listener or receiver. Different person will be taking it in different manner. Sometimes the people will feel that you are cutting a joke, you are a liar. Sometimes the people will feel that you are a genuine person. Sometimes what happens that if you don't know how to modulate your voice, then there would be some problem. If you are just doing some artistic work, if you are just if you want to become a professional, then voice modulation is very important for you, because the way you are going to present yourself, it's very important for you. It creates a kind of impact. Sometimes if you are going to create an impact at first sight, then it is very useful for you. So stress of speech is also very important, where you are going to put emphasis, where you want that the people should put proper emphasis on which particular kind of word, the kind of emotion that you want to convey. And voice modulation is very good for different professionals. If you want to become a good public speaker, if you want to become a very good RJ, if you want to become a good anchor, so everywhere you'll find that voice modulation is actually playing a major role. Dear students, now I'm going to discuss a few things, the kind of benefits that you might be getting if you're using your voice modulation skill. Basically, it shows your confidence. Suppose you are having some problem, or you are not confident one, but through your voice you are just showing that you are a confident one. So definitely it happens a lot that we used to pretend that we are we are having so much confidence, but actually we don't have that one. But voice modulation helps us, and after a certain time we are getting some confidence, and it makes our communication skill more appropriate. And in this way we are being able to, we are just really creating a kind of impact in front of others. So this is very important for us. And as you know that in each and every situation we used to speak in different manner. In a office we are speaking in different manner. Whenever you are just in front of your boss, you are going to communicate the things in different manner. Whenever you are with your friends, you are communicating in different manner. So basically what happens that your voice is also being changing according to the situation that you have. And each and every time you are going to connect with audience emotionally. If you are having something which is which is something positive in manner, and you want to communicate, so you are going to communicate in that manner. If you are having something which is just going to touch the sentiments of others, like the message is not good, or something is related with a sad kind of thing, then you are going to communicate in that particular manner. Generally, we used to say that we are not going to modulate our voice while we are going to read news. But it happens also because whenever you are going to convey something, particular news, uh, the news which are sad in nature, at that moment the sadness should be reflected through your voice. You are not just experimenting with with that particular thing. If you are suppose if you are going to present the same thing in a different manner, then you'll find that the meaning will be different. And that's why you'll find that it is helpful for us when you want to bind yourself with the audience, because you are going to create a kind of connection with the audience. And the way you are going to address, the way you are going to greet is very important for you. If you know some basic words, if you know some basic etiquette, so it is also very helpful for you. So this is also one of the important thing. And as far as speech is concerned, you are aware that where you have to take pause, where you have to intervene, where you have to break the monotony, where you are asking questions, where you are going to cut jokes, where you have to sing, where you have to do mimicry, where you have to speak in a flat manner. So all these things are very important for us. And that's why nowadays what is happening, that different speakers are just trying to just they are just trying to grab the attention of the listeners in this particular manner. And it is also helpful for the speaker to decrease the stress level of the listener. And in this way we can grab the attention of the listeners the way we are going to greet. In the programs like Krishi Jagat, the participants are there, and the way the anchor used to communicate, this particular thing was very important. Like the for that anchor we used to say, Ram Ram Kisan Bhaiyon. So the way you are going to speak, it's very important. If you are going to speak for a MTV show, you are going to speak in a different manner. And if you are going to just communicate a particular thing for the program for children, then your communication style will be different. हेलो छोटे बच्चों, आज हम किस बात के बारे में बात करेंगे? हम चंदा मामा के बारे में बात करेंगे. So the way you are going to interact with different person, and after a certain time you are going to get some kind of exposure, and in this way sometime it happens that you are going to create your own style of presentation, and these things are very important for you. But we should not forget that clarity must be there as far as your communication is concerned, because if you are using your skill properly, so definitely it helps us. And clarity should be reflected through your voice. If there is no clarity, or clarity is missing, then definitely you will not be able to just fulfill your objective. And for a good speaker, where you have to use this particular skill, it's very important for you. Dear students, in this particular slide, I'm going to discuss with you about a few tips related with voice modulation. As you all are aware that your voice is very precious for you. If you are going to use it in a very effective manner, then definitely you will be getting desired result. You will be able to create a kind of impact in front of others. At the same time, you can create a linkage with the different person. So emotionally, how you're going to connect yourself with others, it is possible with the help of voice modulation. For that purpose, how you can prepare yourself, this is very important for you. So for that purpose, you should have, you should have self-confidence. And apart from it, if you are enthusiastic, if you are having a passion to do something which you want to do, and in this regard, if you are confident one, definitely it will be reflected through your own voice. Whether you are confident one, you are hesitating, or you are shivering. So all these things are being communicated through your voice also. Like I'm just giving you example that you are going to address address a particular crowd at a time, how confidently you are going to communicate the things. Hello friends, how are you? I'm fine, and today I'm in front of you. So this is kind of thing that you can communicate. At on the other hand, sometimes you say, hello friends, how are you? I'm fine. And uh, so you are taking pause, or you are not so confident that you are able to communicate yourself properly. So if you're confident one, or you can say you are enthusiastic, through sound you are going to convey the masses, and confidence is being reflected through your voice. So this is very important. I would like to give you an example that sometimes we are going to experiment with sound only. In sound, nobody is going to see your face. Sometimes you are shivering. Sometimes it happens that you are unable to stand properly. But the way you are going to speak, the way you are just maintaining a particular relation, it's very important for you. And after a certain time, you gain some confidence, and this is very useful for you. Another thing that, as far as voice modulation is concerned, you should avoid using slangs. Slangs are actually a kind of words which is not being, taken properly, because you'll find that different persons are taking the same word in different manner, and it is creating a kind of bad impact also. So there are different kinds of words that you use, and you don't know that these are the slangs, and it could be perceived properly by a certain group of people. So we have to make a particular standard, and we have to just get some words which are common, and which is of a particular kind of standard, and only then you will be able to create a kind of desired impact. You know that pauses are also very important for you. When I'm just discussing something, whenever I'm communicating something, I'm also taking pause, because pause shows that the things which are coming, it is coming from your inner side. It means that you have not only just communicating the things emotionally, but you are also feeling that particular thing in your brain. So when anything is coming from your brain, it takes time. Sometimes you're taking pause. Sometimes you are just going to think something. So these things are very important. But where you are going to take pause, this particular thing is very important. If you are taking pause at a wrong end, then definitely the meaning will be different. Like I'm just giving another example. Like one particular student is saying that, sir, I am late, then what I have to do? So here you are just observing that pause is being used as at a wrong place, and that's why the meaning could be perceived differently. So pause is very important, and it shows that where you want to take pause, it should be in a proper manner, and that's why practice makes a person perfect. So for that purpose, what you are supposed to do? You keep on practicing. There might be some variation from you at different stages. You can speak in front of mirror, how effectively you can just communicate the same sentence in different manner. The same sentence could be communicated in different manner through voice modulation. Sometimes you are communicating in a very fast or energetic manner. On the other hand, you are going to communicate the same thing in a very emotional manner. Sometimes you are going to speak it in a straight manner. So each and every time it requires some practice, and only after doing practice you are able to modulate your voice properly. So apart from it, you'll find that you have to be loud and clear enough what you want to communicate. If there is a clarity in your voice, clarity in your thought, definitely you will be able to just communicate properly. And if you are not clear with your vision, if you are not clear with the words, if you don't know the proper pronunciation of the word, so definitely you will not be able to do a proper voice modulation. And the most important thing is where you want to put emphasis, stress, stress on powerful words. You want to say that I want to change the world. Then what is your theme? What is your topic? What's the solution? Where you want to put emphasis? I would like to give you another example. If any poet is going to recite a poem, the poet knows it very well where to put emphasis. And if we are going to read it, and we are going to read it in different manner, but a poet, when the particular poet is going to recite the thing, then we know what the poet wanted to communicate. And that's why Amitabh Bachchan, a famous celebrity, he also recited the poem of Harivansh Rai Bachchan in his own style. And when we listen, we really enjoy the things. So voice modulation is very important for us because it helps us to communicate according to the situation, according to the audience, and according. Dear students, voice modulation is nothing but according to situation, according to different person, according to program, how you are going to modulate your voice. So let's take one example of Big Boss. Big Boss चाहते हैं कि आप कन्फेशन रूम में आइए. Let's take another example of any particular event of there might be a reality show in which how the particular person is going to modulate his or her voice. हेलो फ्रेंड्स, स्वागत है आपका। और आज हम नच बलिए के इस सेट पे आ चुके हैं और आज हमारे सभी पार्टिसिपेंट्स जो हैं वो अपना परफॉर्मेंस देंगे। लेकिन हम बताना चाहेंगे कि पिछली बार के जो परफॉर्मेंस थे उसमें से सबसे बेहतर परफॉर्मेंस था सो एंड सो पर्सन का। तो this was just a kind of particular reality shows in which the anchor was trying to present the thing. As you are watching right now, that only I am just speaking the kind of thing. The same thing is happening when I'm just going to do a particular kind of exercise, and this particular thing is related with a particular kind of jingle. In jingle, we used to communicate in a very rhythmic manner. So let's take this example also. कुछ बात है हम सभी में, कुछ खास है हम सभी में, कुछ बात है खास है, क्या स्वाद है, क्या स्वाद है जिंदगी में. So this is another style, the way you are going to make a jingle in rhythmic manner. Another thing is related with when you are not confident one at that moment, how you are going to speak. So whenever you are not confident one, hello friends, I'm fine, but I'm hopeful that you are also fine, and this is a very good occasion for us to interact online. Today we are going to learn. So this is one of the example in which just I try to speak in a different manner according to the need of the voice modulation. And I'm also going to take another example in my next slide. So students, आपके लिए एक एग्जांपल है कि आजकल आप सभी फैमिलियर हैं कि आजकल बहुत सारी मोबाइल वॉलेट फैसिलिटीज़ हैं जहां पे आप जैसे ही पेमेंट करते हैं वहां दूसरी तरफ से शॉपकीपर्स ने ऐसी फैसिलिटी ले रखी है कि उन्हें वॉइस के थ्रू उसके बारे में इंफॉर्मेशन मिलती है कि उन्हें सर्टेन पैसे उन्हें उनके वॉलेट में मिल गया है। जैसे वहां से आवाज़ आती है, KTM पे 50 रुपए प्राप्त हुए। अब आप इसी तरह से देखिए, अगर अलग अलग सेलिब्रिटीज़ हों और आपके पास चॉइस हो कि आप उनकी आवाज़ में वॉलेट सर्विसेज आप ले सकते हो, तो वो चीज़ कैसी होगी ये आपके सामने मैं प्रस्तुत करने का एक प्रयास कर रहा हूँ। जैसे अगर आपने सोचा कि नहीं, मुझे धर्मेंद्र की आवाज़ में जो है सुनना है कि पैसे उन्हें रिसीव हुए हैं, तो धर्मेंद्र जी कैसे बोलेंगे? मोबाइल वॉलेट पे मुझे 50 रुपए रिसीव हुए। और उसी तरह से अगर राजकुमार जी अगर आपके सामने आते हैं और वो आपके सामने कुछ कहने की कोशिश करते हैं, तो आप कैसे बोलेंगे? तो इसे देखिए, यानी केटीएम पे 50 रुपए मिले और उससे ज़्यादा भी मिलेगा, लेकिन वो सारा पैसा हमारा होगा, समझे? तो ये राजकुमार की आवाज़ में जो आपने सर्विसेज ली थी और ये सर्विसेज आपने जो हायर की थी, उनकी आवाज़ में आपको पैसे के बारे में जानकारी आपको मिल रही है। अब शत्रुघ्न सिन्हा जी जो हैं वो उनकी आवाज़ में आपने एक सर्विस ले रखी है, और वो कैसे जब आप सर्विसेज हायर करते हैं उसके बाद, खामोश, लोगों से कहना 50 रुपए से ज्यादा पैसे दें, समझे? तो दूसरी तरफ से आप देख सकते हैं किस तरह से शत्रुघ्न सिन्हा जी भी अपनी बातों को रख रहे हैं। और वहीं अगर शाहरुख खान जी अगर आपके सामने आए और शाहरुख खान जी केटीएम के लिए आपकी बातों को मतलब कि आपको पैसे मिले हैं इस बात को रखें, तो कैसे रखेंगे? मुझे 50 रुपए प्राप्त हुए, हाँ। तो आप देख सकते हैं कि कैसे किस प्रकार से सेलिब्रिटीज़ की आवाज़ों में आपको केटीएम की सर्विसेज प्राप्त हो रही हैं। और वहीं अगर यहाँ पे अमजद खान जी हों और अमजद खान जी की आवाज़ में आपको जो है वो सारी सर्विसेज जो वॉइस की सर्विसेज मिल रही हैं वो मिले, तो कैसे हैं? यहाँ से 50-50 कोस दूर तक जिसके पास भी पैसा है वो सभी केटीएम को दे, हाँ। तो इस तरह से आप देख सकते हैं कि किस प्रकार से आपने एक थीम को लेकर के और बेसिकली आपने किसी मुद्दे को लेकर के अपनी आवाज़ को कैसे आपने वो मॉडरेट करने की कोशिश की। वहीं जगदीप जी आते हैं और जगदीप जी की आवाज़ में केटीएम पे जो पैसे हैं वो उसके बारे में जो सूचना मिलती है वो कैसी किस तरह से मिलती है। जी भैया, मुझे 50 रुपए मिल गए, हा हा। So dear students, let us take one example, and this particular example I can just give you a particular sentence which is in Hindi. Let us take the example. मैंने तुमसे ऐसा कहा था कि तुम झूठ बोलते हो. This is the sentence. Then how you can use your voice modulation? मैंने तुमसे कहा था कि तुम झूठ बोलते हो. मैंने तुमसे कहा था कि तुम झूठ बोलते हो. मैंने तुमसे कहा था कि तुम झूठ बोलते हो. मैंने तुमसे कहा था कि तुम झूठ बोलते हो. मैंने तुमसे कहा था कि तुम झूठ बोलते हो. So basically you'll find that the same sentence is being spoken, but each and every time you are able to create different kinds of meaning. So basically voice modulation helps us a lot, and in this regard you can take anything, you can create different kinds of impact, you can create the meaning which is quite different at each and every stage, because the way you are going to speak this particular thing is very important for you. Dear students, voice modulation is very essential for you if you want to make your career in the field of voice. So basically, voice modulation helps us, and because of voice modulation, we are able to create a kind of impact in front of the audience. At the same time, voice modulation is also helpful to convey a specific kind of emotion in front of others. Voice modulation also helps us in making a kind of impactful message in this regard. So voice modulation is being used on various kinds of occasion, like there might be a particular occasion in which you want to inform something, so for that purpose voice modulation is helpful for you. If you want to motivate others, your voice modulation is helpful for that purpose. If you want to scold, your voice modulation is one of the important tool in this regard. If you want to cut a joke, so voice modulation is important at each and every stage of our life. The way you are going to represent yourself, the way you are going to create a message, the way you are going to speak the things, all these things are very important. And if you are able to do voice modulation, then you can speak a very effective speech in front of the public. You can also become a good professional in the field of radio or television. You can become a very good RJ, because RJs are also aware how to modulate the voice. You can give your voice for different advertisements, jingles, and there are different kinds of shows which requires a specific kind of voice. So you'll find that voice modulation is very helpful for you at each and every stage. It requires practice. Apart from it, you have to evaluate, you have to understand, you have to introspect, and at the same time you should be a very good listener. Dear students, on the basis of today's class, my simple question or activity or project is that you have to use your voice modulation technique for speaking the same sentence in different manner. So dear students, if you want to learn something more about this particular topic, or you want to read books, you are most welcome. You can refer these websites and books in this regard. Dear students, thank you very much for being with us. And I think that this particular lecture was fruitful for you. And if you want to make your career in the field of voice, or you want to experiment with your voice, or you want to become a professional, definitely this particular lecture and your practice will be very fruitful. Still, if you are having any confusion or doubt about anything, you're most welcome. You can contact me on my mobile number in my office hour. Apart from it, you can also contact me on my email ID. My email ID is harish.kumar@galgotiasuniversity.edu.in. We'll meet again. Till then, namaskar, happy learning, and take care.